We usually talk to startups about their big dreams, but we rarely have the chance to talk with capital firms or ventures who invest or find investments for some bright minds. Israel, of course, has some interesting incubators holding some great startups ready to take over the world. VLX Ventures, led by Ori Choshen and based in Jerusalem, is considered one of the most successful incubators in Israel. Established in mid-2013, 75% of the companies it invested in have gotten follow-up funding. VLX Incubator is a combination of two former incubators, established startups that have emerged from them raised more than $200 million. The incubator specializes in the field of information technology and medical devices, as well as the combination between them, digital health. We are joined by Ori Choshen, VLX Ventures CEO, to talk about it all. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
So what does VLX Ventures do exactly?
We are early stage investors. We invest in a very early stage of a startup. It can be from an idea or initial proof of concept. And we help the founders with the support of funding and close mentoring and support to build a real company.
You know, you specialize in digital health, but you also incubated startups such as I Am Real 2. Let's watch a bit from their video and we'll explain why you did this investment.
Good.
I've been working the wild, wild web for a long time, and I've seen all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. Take this guy. I wonder what's about to happen when they meet in the real world. Now, don't get me wrong. It's nice not to be yourself every now and again, but when you live in the web, well, sometimes you want to know who you're really talking to. I know most of y'all have a hard time knowing who's the real person behind the profile. Can you trust him? And how do you prove who you really are? Introducing.
So let's talk a little bit about this startup. What was the idea there? Why did you decide to invest in it?
The idea is that today it's very easy. It takes 4 to 5 minutes to create a web profile in, let's say, in Facebook or LinkedIn with 150 friends or contacts. And then when you have a fake profile, you can do business, let's say in Airbnb, you can get an online loan. It's your identity, and it's so easily it can be faked. So here we saw the need. Now we met I'm Real guys with a very unique and interesting idea how they can recognize a profile and to know very quickly if it's a fake one or a true one.
You know, I'm assuming in Israel so many people have ideas for startups. You must have, you know, lined up appointments forever. How do you pick what you're gonna incubate?
Okay, so let's start with statistics. We saw a year between 400 and 500 startups and invest in between 5 and 6. So it's 1%, let's say, conversion. Now,
wow.
The major issue is people. We invest in people because when I see a product, most of the chances that it won't be the product which will hit the market. It's going to be changed and modified and revised. And one thing is going to be fixed, which is the team. So we try to choose the team which can lead this very tough adventure, be flexible enough, but tough enough to move all the way, and team, and team. Of course, market size and other considerations are also important and a crucial condition, but mainly it's the team.
You know, how do you, since you incubate health-oriented apps, why did you decide to invest in a startup like we just saw? I mean, what was your consideration there?
Basically, we have two teams. One team for technology, for software, and one team from medical device and some pharma. Two different teams. So each one of them is a legitimate game. What we like most is the combination between them, where we can use the efforts of the two teams, which is the mobile health domain.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I can give you, I can disclose some information that investment that we are about to make. It's not done deal yet, so please keep it for yourself. Yeah, we are going to invest in a startup which develops a lens for a smartphone to take a picture of the retina, of the back of the eye. It's going to be for the use of physicians, many type of physicians, and it's going to make everything digital, which means I can take a picture, but after 1 minute, this picture is going to go to Boston and New Delhi for a second opinion, and it's going to be stored in the cloud and going to be compared with the picture of your retina from 1 month ago and give you the differences.
Well, sounds like a good idea. Another startup you're incubating is Meter. Let's watch the video before you tell us again a little more about it.
Sure.
Meter is the revolutionary app that makes scheduling meeting a snap for any group size. How? By finding the best time for everyone instantly. Meter unifies and syncs automatically to all calendars, easily schedules a meeting with one person or a group, allows for personal flexibility, handles all back and forth ping pong like your own personal assistant. Now Marissa has more time to do the things that matter and still look like a boss. And with powerful features like personalizing your availability, insights and analytics, instant notifications, and more, it's easy to see why the world is falling in love with Meter. Get started with Meter free today.
You know, an app like that, it's a really saturated market. I mean, just yesterday we talked on the show about a similar app from Microsoft. So why did you choose to invest in them, and how do you decide, you know, especially in saturated markets, what to go for?
Okay, so first here in this case as well, it's the team. But let's move to the product. I can give you an example. Let's talk about Waze. You know Waze. GPS applications were there for ages. But when Waze arrived, they did something a bit different, which made the market. Same, as we understand, is with Meter. Because, okay, applications which helps you to set up meetings, there are plenty of them. But as long as you make it very smart and easy to use and use all the personal information of the specific person, it's the tweak that we're looking for, which can make a change in the market.
Let's finish up with maybe a tip you can give people with startup dreams. What's the best way to go at it when you come to a meeting with someone like you?
Okay, first I think be yourself, just because investors see if it's a fake story or it's really you, and they won't invest in stories because they're going to meet you many times before they invest, so you cannot cheat anyone. Be yourself, make your story as clear as possible. I think that's the major advice.
And have a good idea. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's move on.